You know, I think steering is one of the things we take for granted in our vehicles. So what are some of the things we should know about taking better care of our steering system?
Well, I like to think of steering in two areas. First, the power assist, and second, the actual parts that steer the vehicle.
I bet most people under 40 have never driven a car or truck without power steering.
How true. Most vehicles today have a hydraulic power steering pump that provides boost to help you steer. The pump is usually driven by the serpentine belt, but some newer vehicles have an electric pump.
Don't some vehicles even have an electric motor that directly powers the steering?
You got it. Now, the important thing to keep in mind is that these pumps and motors will eventually wear out, and the hoses will start to leak. We can postpone that day by having a power steering service from time to time. Your auto center will drain the old fluid and replace it with fresh fluid. This removes water and contaminants that can corrode power steering parts. Ask your service advisor for the recommended change interval.
Now, what about the mechanical steering parts? Is there anything you can do to maintain them?
Well, if any of the steering parts can be lubed, your technician will take care of that with a lube, oil, and filter service. Other than that, just watch for signs that parts are wearing out.
Things like loose steering and uneven tire wear, right?
Exactly. Worn parts can be replaced to get you back on the road. Now, sometimes parts can be bent or damaged from hitting potholes, curbs, or rocks like I do sometimes. But I think the important thing to remember is to take care of these problems early on. If you neglect them, the damaged parts stress other attached components.
Kind of starts a chain reaction of damage.
Exactly. Steering maintenance is pretty straightforward. Replace power steering fluid as recommended, fix worn or damaged parts right away. That'll save you money in the long run.